Welcome to Pickles. I'm Amir Bagdachi. This is the show where you send in predicaments, we call them pickles, where you need to slip your way out of it somehow. And I provide the necessary lubricant of language to help you out. Only extra virgin olive oil, by the way. We only use the very highest quality. Actually, we have a theme this week. It's not surprising. Since I've been collecting these pickles, I've noticed that certain topics seem to cluster by themselves. One of those topics, by the way, is dog ownership, which, no, I am not going to talk about. I have learned my lesson. I don't want to hear from you people. And even right now, I'm fighting the urge to make some comment, but I'm not going to. Because what is Pickles about if not using language judiciously? Am I using that word right? Actually, I think so. No, actually, today's theme is going to be weddings. I've got a number of pickles all on the whole wedding experience from different angles. We're going to do a couple of those. I've put off this topic because actually I haven't been to that many weddings, shockingly. I mean, I'm shocked by this fact. I would think that I would be an ideal wedding guest. Very few wedding invitations. And again, I've only attended just a handful of weddings. Why is that? Is it because, I'd be an absolute ham at the whole thing? Let's not get into it. I'm not asking you questions, or I'm asking myself questions. I don't know why. But I've only been to 3 weddings. And one of those, the groom, was me. That was the only way I could wangle an invitation. Which is pretty sad. One of them, though, I was the best man, which is an absolute honor. And I got to give a best man speech. Again, another honor. I gave a pretty solid speech, I'd like to think, in honor of the happy couple. And after that, except for one time, I never saw them again. And I don't feel too guilty about it. I mean, in a lot of ways, yes, the person that you gave a speech, in honor of, they're still your friend after they get married. But, they correspond to the person on their driver's license. The molecules are more or less the same. But are they really the same? Because, their environment changes so drastically. An environment is like the single biggest shaper of personality, of behavior, right? They're with someone else now in a totally new circumstance. Are they the same person? No, they're not. So in many ways, a best man speech is a eulogy. It's saying goodbye to a friend, saying goodbye to friendship. And that's just natural. I know I'm sounding like I'm trying to justify, rationalize, not checking in on 2 people I knew. If that's what it sounds like, yeah, that's because I am doing it very gracefully, I might add, because that is what Pickles is all about. A little less judgment, a little more flexibility is all I'm asking. All right, the first pickle. I invited my fiance's brother to be in the wedding party because I had to. It's very noble of you right from the get-go. But I'm wondering what I can tell him so I can fire him without causing drama. Wow. Okay, so you're asking this because really firing him would cause drama. Yours is a delicate situation because your number one objective in this kind of thing is to escape with your reputation intact. You have got to be pristine in this whole thing. So how do you do that? How do you extricate yourself from having them in your wedding party? Well, what you do is you go to your fiance's brother and you tell them how much it means to you that they're a part of the wedding party, how much you just need to have them at your side on this special day. They could be a part of it. And then you make your fiance tell their brother they can't be in the wedding party. And then you go back to the fiance's brother and you say, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that. I don't know. I am devastated. It's like, wow, who even knew they were like that? It's like I don't even want to not get married anymore. And they'll be like, no, you should. But like, it does suck, but like, you should. And you'll be like, yeah, I guess so. I guess one of us should honor our promises. And yes, in this scenario, you are throwing your fiance under the bus. I would say just start now. Just start now, because that is actually one of the things you can do for each other. You could be human fodder to be thrown in front of buses to get out of situations. That is the beauty of being together. It's the advantage of it. People don't talk about it, but that's what it is. It's not just tax benefits. Next pickle. I've been asked to officiate a wedding. How can I bring the house down? Not that it's all about me. Do I go funny? Do I go wise? Do I go heartfelt? Wow. Absolutely love this pickle. It is dear to my heart because I can tell you right now, officiating weddings is my dream job. Not that I've actually ever been asked, ever, to officiate a wedding. Again, why? I'm not asking you all. I'm asking myself, why? You all may have some rude things to say about it. I think that I would do quite well. I think I could do it quite gracefully, lightly, without, imposing too much of myself onto the ceremony. I think I'd be very dexterous at the whole thing. But no, I've never been asked. When I don't think there's anyone else anywhere close in my circle of acquaintance who would more naturally adopt the gravitas of the situation, of the ceremony. I don't know. But I'll tell you why it's my number one dream job, even though I've never had it. I find it easiest to be loving and compassionate and sincere with total strangers, people I don't know. I find it very freeing, very accessible. Like if we're friends and it's your birthday, I will not wish you a happy birthday. I will not sing you happy birthday. But like if I'm in a random cheesecake factory in like Beaver Brook, Ohio, and it's Casey's 31st birthday, I will sing. I will jump on the table. I will sing the high notes. I will take the low notes. Something with the fact that Casey and I will never see each other. I find that a beautiful thing. Just opens me up to the emotions of the moment. I mean, ideally what I would be is a officiant at like a Las Vegas wedding chapel, the morning shift. Like 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. when the worst decisions are made. Just think about two people pledging to be together forever without really knowing each other. I find that beautiful. It's actually more beautiful than a normal wedding ceremony, a regular and traditional. Because if you think about it, anyone can make a vow if they mean it. But to pledge eternal monogamy based on very little information, that's a risk. That's taking a footstep into the void. That's what life and love is all about. So think about that next time you judge these people getting married hastily. Okay, you didn't ask about this, by the way, but what should you wear as an officiant? I do have thoughts, thank you. I see officiants across the gender spectrum wearing suits. That is probably the most common thing to wear. No, do not wear suits. This is not a boardroom, right? You're not cutting a real estate deal here. This requires solemnity. What you need, at the very least, is a hat and a cassock. That's right, I said cassock. Maybe even a surplice. What's a surplice? I don't know. Where do you get one? Whoever has one probably has extras. They're called surplices, I think. Basically, the platonic ideal, so to speak, of a wedding officiant is a Greek Orthodox priest. That's the outfit. If you can picture one, that is exactly it. They've got those tallish, round hats that look like the box the hat came in. Like he ordered a hat, and he was like, the hat fits, but you know what would work even better? The box it came in. You got long robes that, by the way, tons of airflow underneath. Absolutely crucial. Life-saving in those summertime outdoor weddings when the sun is beating down. Everyone's got sweat dripping all over them, but you have got your own little microclimate underneath. And then finally, this is the best of all, you get to wear a giant, chunky gold medallion low on the chest. And it's very rare to be able to pull off a medallion like that. Most medallions say, I aggressively invite people to my hot tub. This one, people love. People love the medallion. So to your question, how do you play this thing? Do you play it funny? Do you play it wise? Do you play it helpful? You have one objective in the wedding, I don't know, homily, freestyle part of your remarks, you have got to destroy them. You have got to make them cry. You have to make them lose it completely. No one wants you to be cute. No one wants you to be funny. No one wants marital advice from someone wearing a medallion. Trust me, I've learned that the hard way. No, you are there to make them weep. They came all wanting to weep. There are those who wish that you could make them weep, and there are those who came in cynical, but deep down they're cynical because they want to believe they can cry. So how are you going to make them do that? Look, you know this audience. I can't tell you specifically what to say, just the angle to take. So like, maybe if there was a recently deceased relative who was absolutely beloved, imagine they're watching the ceremony from heaven. Or maybe even say, you know what? They're in the room right now with us. The power of your love has brought them right here. And they are moved by what they're seeing because you've brought them so much joy in the afterlife. And whatever you need to do to make these people cry, tap into it. Alternatively, basically anything that reminds folks of how short life is, right? Remind them that we're here for such a brief amount of time, that so little of it makes sense, that it goes by so quickly, that sometimes all you can do is find someone to hold on to and that have that person want to hold you back, hold on to you back. That's special. That's what it's all about. And then when they're crying, when they're in a puddle, you invite them back to yours for the hot tub. So that's the classy maneuver. Everyone will be thinking about that wedding. No one will be thinking about you. They'll be thinking about their own feelings. You know what? I should stop there. That was pretty strong. We did some strong work in Pickles today. Excellent bits. I'm still accepting Pickles for the last episode of this season, which comes out in a couple of weeks. Send some in because I haven't made my mind up with the final selections yet. You can drop a comment in the YouTube version of this episode, or you can email me at helpme.pickles@gmail.com. So subscribe to this, and we'll see each other for the last one of this season in a few weeks' time. So send me something. And, if you want me to officiate your wedding, I will say whatever you want me to say, just as long as I get to wear a Greek Orthodox priest outfit. Those are my terms. I'm not even charging money for this. I'm available. See you soon.